What is going on, YouTube? We are back with another reaction. It's your boy Seth, because you already know who it is. It's
This power level gotta be Seth.
gotta be Seth. Come on, man. Like, I hope you guys like that. I've been trying to like kind of smoothly get that into each video, but right now, just make sure, if you like the video, stick around and subscribe, because we're building a community, and I just want us all to have something good going on here, and we are on the road to 1,000, and after that, we're gonna be on the road to 10,000. So, like I said, stick around, subscribe, like, and comment, and share. All right, let's get to this reaction. This video is titled "CVS Employee Arrested Waiting on the Bench for a Lyft Driver." All right, I watched a little bit of it so far, and I already kind of got a feel of it, but let me see what you guys think. So let's go.
This occurred less than a month ago in Volusia County, Florida, involving the Edgewater Police Department.
Let's speed through this.
I'm told he's gained quite the reputation already for being quite an authoritarian.
If you don't give me your name and stuff, I can put you in handcuffs.
You didn't ask me for my name. You said my ID. What's your name?
Officer Ripion. If you keep it up, you're gonna go in handcuffs.
I'm allowed to ask you your name. I'm telling you, I'm epileptic.
Arrested for asking questions is crazy.
To provide your name.
No, did I say I was failing to
Give me
provide
your
my
name.
name? And what crime am I being suspected
You just
of?
said it.
It's not
Give
a
me your
guessing
name.
game. I don't have to guess what
You're
I'm being
resisting
stopped
now.
for. No.
And I want to say, because we already see where this video is going, with this officer, I already have an idea of it. But just know most stops, and especially most Terry stops, whether it's a traffic stop or any sort of just questioning, it's 95 to 97% a good stop. It's 95 to 97% a good investigation. It's 95 to 97% a good police officer. I mean, just like as a human being, a good person, right? So you're gonna have times like this where you just come across a complete asshole, and somebody who's just probably power tripping and abusing their authority, position of authority more so. So I don't want that to be the theme. I see good videos, I see bad videos, I see way more good videos than bad videos by far. So I just wanted to put that out there.
No, I'm not.
Put your
Call
hands behind
Chaz
your back.
Geiger.
You're under
No,
arrest.
I'm not. I have not done anything. Tell
Put
me
your
what-
hands behind your back.
No, you're not telling me
You're
what I'm
gonna
being
get tased.
stopped for. I'm gonna be tased?
Not every interaction between a police officer where he's questioning somebody is a detainment. Sometimes the courts find that those are consensual encounters. But where somebody is actually being detained, they are not free to leave. That triggers the Fourth Amendment. It's not yet an arrest. It's known as a Terry stop. For a lawful Terry stop, a police officer needs specific objective facts, not just a hunch, indicating that some crime or criminal violation has occurred. A police officer must be able to clearly explain observable evidence that justifies the stop. No hunches are allowed. No vague feelings or unsupported intuition, i.e. just looks suspicious.
Like, looks suspicious is crazy. Like, it's got to be reasonable. It has to be reasonable. It's the totality of circumstances, right? If you see somebody, like if it look like a duck, if it walk like a duck, if it talk like a duck, if it's anything, it's probably a duck. You know what I mean? That's reasonable. But like if it look like a pigeon, like come on. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be reasonable. That was a horrible analogy I just gave you guys, but you see what I'm saying.
Are allowed. This was his initial explanation to Paul about why he was being arrested.
So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up, you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look, dude?
You say hiding, I just got up and just put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God.
So he assumed he was hiding. He assumed he was hiding. That's one thing right there. That's already the wrong right there.
Gotta work. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
And here was his explanation to the other cops who subsequently arrived on the scene.
I'm passing by, I see someone sitting here, so I was like, I'll dip in and check who it is. As I'm pulling in, he hides behind the pole. So I'm like, that's strange. So obviously I need to talk to this guy. His business is closed.
Yeah.
I go talk to him, like, hey man. And he's like, am I being detained? I said, yes, you are. You're being detained.
Yeah.
And I asked him for ID. He said he doesn't have it. He says, my ride's here. I'm going to
Detained for what?
I said, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And then I said, And that's why he was like, getting up to leave. And I pulled my taser out, and Drago started barking. I think he got a little worried, so he fucking started to comply then. But, so he's going to jail for resisting.
Where the hell's his ride?
That
Hey,
was
just
Uber
left.
right there. Apparently he works here, but, dude, he passed that point, and he's trying to jump in that and leave. I do believe that he works here. I mean, he looks like he's in workers' clothing, but, I mean, he was going to try to dictate and tell me he was going to leave, so I'm not playing that game. No, he's going to learn, fortunately, the hard way, so he's like, my ride's...
So him acknowledging that he do believe that he works there already cancels out the suspicion, because if you initially believed that he was up to something suspicious, because why else would he be there? But now, oh, I do believe that he works there, and they just closed. So that's why he would be there. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
Sir, I'm going to leave. I said, no, you're not.
No need to further identify himself, especially if you actually already believe he's an employee of the store, which is why he would be at the store. He's identified as an employee already, pretty much.
Dude, I said, you're detained, and then he wouldn't fucking ID himself, so... Yeah, he's...
And here's the full arrest report narrative where he alleges his reasonable suspicion for detention.
Observes a white male in a hoodie, blah, 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 put into the business. Same stuff we already saw. Began to speak, expressed that he wanted to leave. Male was detained, asked for his identification, did not provide. Told him he was going to leave again. Placed the handcuffs on the guy after identifying him by driver's license. After locating his driver's license in his front pocket. Trying to, yeah, no, that's identified. So you can handcuff somebody. You can definitely handcuff somebody during detainment while investigating. But did he? I'm curious as to, did he go into his pocket and take out his driver's license without him being in custody? Yeah, I'm really curious about that.
Paul just sitting outside his place of employment, wearing a hoodie. We don't see Paul committing any crime. We don't see Paul doing anything suspicious. And once the audio turns on, we can hear that Officer Ripion is extremely aggressive. He's escalating what should have been a consensual encounter where he's just alleviating some hunch or suspicion that he has, and he's escalating that immediately to a detainment. He's threatening to tase him. He's threatening to have his canine bite him. This guy really appears to have some anger issues.
What's going on with you? ID card. Something with your name on it.
Bro, he didn't even ask him. He just said ID card. Something with your name on it. Like, that's not even a question. You're just shouting words. That's
6K93 Central.
That's my ride. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
No, you're not. Can you start me another unit, please?
I didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws, sir. So,
Stop, dude. You can make an emergency, please. I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work.
To be
Dude,
honest,
you're gonna get tased.
this guy's demeanor is
Turn
so
around.
calm and so chill,
Stand
bro.
up and turn around.
I work here.
Look at
Put
that.
your hands behind your back. Don't move.
Look at that. And even with that, he's still poised. He's still calm. He still has
Don't
his
move.
composure.
If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit.
To be honest, it should be the other way
Stop
around,
moving your hands.
bro. This guy's pathetic.
6K93 Central.
This police officer is pathetic.
I got one detained. Who is that? Is that person related to you?
No, that's my Lyft. Can you just let them know that it's $20?
Dude,
it's $40.
I asked, okay, I pull up. Let's recap everything.
All right.
So I pull up, I see you sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm pulling up, you're hiding behind the pillars of a closed business. How's that look, dude?
Well,
Got an ant on
you say hiding. I just got up
Dude,
and took a walk.
but just look from it's a closed business.
Right.
I pull up, you're hiding behind the pillars. It looks strange. Does that look weird? Does that sound weird to you?
Well, you say
And then
hiding.
listen,
Okay,
and then I tell you you're detained,
Yeah.
and you're telling me you're gonna leave.
Okay. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Then you were resisting.
Okay. I apologize. You say hiding. I just got up and just put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here. But what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it
Dude,
is. I get it. Look what.
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike. I'm your ride. This is my ride. Just 1 second.
No. I'll talk to him for a second. Hey, you're good to go. He doesn't need a ride anymore. I'm gonna give him one. I said he called a Lyft or something, I think.
I think this guy just likes being the asshole.
Yeah, I got one for him. So you're free to go.
Yeah.
You can cancel it or something. He might get arrested.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I hear you. I'm trying to figure out with her to cancel it. So.
Okay, I got you. You can hang out then. All right, I appreciate it.
So was his initial stop and therefore the entire incident justified at the inception? The reasonable suspicion that he is claiming he observed Paul, 1, wearing a hoodie, 2, standing outside what he believed to be a closed business, and 3, he claims that he observed him hide behind a pillar, allegedly, though Paul claims that he was just putting on his hoodie.
Like I said, that was an assumption of him hiding behind a pillar. You can get up and just walk anywhere you want, to be honest. You just assumed he was hiding behind a pillar. That's already wrong right there. Like this.
Just accept for a moment that that does qualify as reasonable suspicion. Then what? That just entitles him to do everything that he did in this video, the way he talked to him, pointing a taser at him.
I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work.
Dude, you're gonna get tased.
Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
Threatening to have his dog bite him.
If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit.
Placing him in handcuffs for the amount of time that occurred, lecturing him, questioning him, and so on. If there's reasonable suspicion, can he just do whatever he wants? Looking again to the 11th Circuit in U.S. versus Campbell from 2022, an en banc court, which means the entire court, very important, held that consistent with the Fourth Amendment, an officer may perform a limited investigatory detention of someone he reasonably suspects has committed criminal activity. Such stops may last only as long as is necessary to achieve their limited investigatory purpose. What I think is very important here is that at some point, Officer Ripion admits that he does believe Paul is an employee of CVS.
That's
who was
crazy.
waiting for his Lyft driver. He admits that multiple times, yet he still arrests Paul.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here.
He does. Yeah, I do believe him. You are going to jail tonight.
And in the body cam footage, we can see that the real reason for the arrest was the allegation that Paul failed to present his ID when ordered to.
No, he's gonna learn, fortunately, the hard way. So he wouldn't fucking lie to himself.
He doesn't need to do that. He does not need to do that.
However, a guy sitting outside of CVS in the state of Florida has no obligation to carry any sort of government ID on him. He had not been driving a vehicle. He never failed to alleviate the officer's suspicions about maybe he's up to no good. In fact,
Now, okay, that might be a law within Florida. Now, I will say though, if the police officer did request identification, which he really didn't request, he just yelled ID now or something like that. Even if he wasn't carrying, even if the white hoodie guy, he wasn't carrying an ID, he could have just said that, but that was never stated either. He clearly did have an ID. What this guy who put the video together, I don't know his name, but props to him. But he's saying that in the state of Florida, you don't have to present ID if you're not carrying it. It's nothing against not carrying an ID. He didn't say he wasn't carrying an ID. He just was pretty much like not addressing that having an ID.
he did alleviate those suspicions.
I got one resisting.
I work here, sir. I just got off work. Okay, I work here.
Turn around.
I work.
Stand up and turn around.
Okay, I work here, sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't move.
You say hiding. I just got up and put my hoodie on. That's all I did.
Do you really work here?
I swear to God, I work here. But what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? Just tell me what time it is.
Dude.
I get it. Look what.
What's your name?
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
The officer just wanted that ID. It was like crack. He had to have it.
Don't lean against the car so hard. I gotta check your pockets. You got anything illegal on you that you shouldn't have? You are going to jail tonight. I was pretty clear with you and cool. Dude, you're gonna get tased. Stand
Not
up and
cool
turn
at all.
around. Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. If you move, there's a canine in my car. You're gonna get dog bit. You don't get to tell me that you're gonna leave, okay? I told you, you asked me if you were detained. I said yes, dude. And then you decided you just want to leave and do whatever the fuck you want. Are you gonna talk or? No? Okay. That's fine.
Also, by the way, what we have here are two things: custodial interrogation. When a police officer has somebody both in custody and they are asking questions where incriminating responses may be elicited, they have to have first read Miranda rights to the individual. Here, that did not occur. Paul is being interrogated while in custody. Thus, Miranda applies. While that's not something that you can sue for, any statements made here would be inadmissible in court, assuming Paul filed a motion to suppress those statements.
Take a seat. What's that?
I was just asking about this seatbelt right here.
Look, even now, he's just saying just casual wording and stuff. He's just sitting in there very casual.
wanna have- you
He's
wanna
not putting
question
up a fight or anything.
Do you understand why you're getting arrested?
I was just sitting there. I got off
Do you understand why you're getting
All right,
arrested?
let the guy talk. Give him a
I'll
voice.
pull this back so you don't
Give
get
him a
shot.
voice.
No, no, no. Put my hoodie back on.
That's what they're trained to give people a voice. He's not
I
even
want you to
giving
know
him a
me back
voice,
here, dude.
bro. This whole time, he's not giving him a voice.
So you don't want me to explain to you?
No
You
respect.
good? I want to explain to you.
And he just gonna pull his hood
I
off
think
like
I
that,
dictated a
bro.
little bit
And he
what
wanted
was
his hoodie
going
on.
You look, it was
This
very
guy's
strange.
just
You
a-
had closed
he's just
business,
an
and I pull up,
asshole.
You're hiding behind the pole. So I get out with you, okay? I asked you to identify yourself. Then you asked me to detain. I tell you are detained, okay? Because Lord and Prowling, I can investigate that. Although I'm not going to charge you with that, nor I'm going to go further in that. I asked you to identify yourself. If you fail to do that, I'm going to charge you.
Man, you just yapping
okay?
now, bro. Nobody wants to
Ripion
listen
has
to
now
you.
adopted his
You
own
have no
facts
respect.
that are not the real facts. He did not ask merely for Paul to identify himself. He asked for an ID card.
What's going on with you? ID card. Something with your name on it.
If the concern was that he was a prowler or loitering, Paul identified himself as an employee of the store. Not only that, he even gave the name of his supervisor.
Look up what time CVS closes. Look up what time CVS closes. It's 10 o'clock.
You got your ID card on you?
I didn't do anything wrong, sir. I got off work and my manager just left. His name is Mike.
Yeah, I do believe him.
The officers over there saying, yeah, he does work here. It's also them pretty much saying they don't agree with this. They don't agree with this arrest. But on the other hand, they feel like they have to respect this guy's arrest. But he's probably known for being a hothead and being an asshole. You know what I mean? So like, they just let him do his thing. Maybe stay out his way.
Oh, okay. I've never dealt with.
The fact is, no crime was committed, and nobody reasonable would have suspected that any crime was committed.
Yeah.
But even assuming that there was some reasonable suspicion based on the totality of the circumstances, somebody in a hoodie outside a closed store acting with some sort of furtive movement, that only entitles a police officer to perform a limited investigatory detention of that individual, not to treat somebody the way that Paul was treated here. And really, he was given no opportunity to even comply with the plethora of orders being thrown at him by this highly...
All right, guys, that's pretty much the end right there. So, yeah, this officer was just an asshole. And the thing about that is, like, in every department, you're gonna have some asshole or a little sprinkle of those assholes, right? Some guys, some departments gonna be worse than others. You know, I hate to see this, especially a nice, calm, poised, composed guy like him to get treated this way by someone who just wants to abuse their authority, their position of authority, and just power trip. It's really unfair. It's an injustice, and no, we just got to continue to do better. But as I did state earlier, 95 to 97% of all stops are going to be good stops by good cops. Ooh, that was a bar. But I strongly believe that you see that every day. The videos that really make its rounds are the really negative ones. But, you know, and, you know, this video called me off guard because I thought it was going to be more of the other way around, right? But in truth, it should, the guy working at CVS should be the officer. and the guy sitting in the back of the squad car should be the officer in this video. Okay, that's my reaction, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Stick around, subscribe, like, do all them things, comment, share. We're just trying to make this into more of a community of conversations. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Peace.